Leg drop. Triple kill. Kill. Spectacular. Killing spree. Leg.
Hey, what's up guys, Nick here. Today I'm bringing you a brand new daily December video. Hopefully all of you have been enjoying the content that I've been putting up on my channel over the past couple of days. Today's video won't have my webcam in it. The reason for that is because I actually already recorded this entire video, and of course my microphone didn't record, so I can't put myself recording another game because I recorded for like half an hour straight just to have my my webcam and microphone just completely mess up on me. It's the most annoying feeling in the world, especially whenever you're trying to do daily content. You just kind of want everything to work for you, and whenever it doesn't, it's basically just a massive slap in the face. But today's video is talking about Halo Infinite and how I want the big team battle or BTB mode to be in that game. If you didn't know, BTB is my personal favorite game mode in all of Halo. I love it more than Warzone, more than Super Fiesta, all that stuff. BTB is where it's at for me. I just absolutely adore it. But in Halo 5 it was a little bit lackluster. It wasn't as good as what I would hope it would have been. It wasn't quite as fun as what the other games in my opinion were. My personal favorite Halo BTB would have to be Halo 3, just because I feel like it's the most balanced, it's the most fair. Halo 4's looks beautiful, but with weapons dropping out of the sky, it can get a little bit crazy at times. But in this video, I'm going to go through 3 things on this little list that I've made to kind of talk about Halo Infinite's BTB and how I hope it comes out whenever the game is finished. So before I ramble on too much longer, let's get into this little list, and hopefully you guys agree with me. If you don't, make sure you drop a comment down below letting me know what you think of some of the stuff that I've mentioned. So number 1 on this list, which is also in my opinion the most important one, is developer made maps. In Halo 5, all of the maps were made in Forge, and this makes such a massive difference to the game and also how much I want to play the game. Forge in Halo 5 is obviously very, very good. It is absolutely insane. Some of the things that people can build in Forge, there's no doubt about it, but when it comes to building a map and hopefully trying to make it the same quality as a developer map, it just isn't possible. You just can't do it. The difference between a Forge map and a developer made map is that in Forge you have all these different blocks and objects that you can put together and hopefully make a map out of, and with a developer made map they basically have access to the engine, so they can make a map in any way that they want. They can change the terrain, they can change everything about the game that they want to make this map any way that they want. As an example, I'll put on the screen right now a Halo 5 Forge map, and then as a comparison I'll show you guys a developer made BTB map, so you can see the quality difference between these two maps. It is absolutely massive. The difference is just, there's no question about it, you just cannot compare them. Now saying this, Halo Infinite's Forge might be so good whenever it comes out that you could make a developer level or quality map. We don't know because obviously the game isn't out yet. Halo 4 has some of the most beautiful maps that I've ever seen in any game ever, not just Halo but just any multiplayer ever, full stop. So if Halo Infinite could go back to this, I would be very happy because it does make a massive difference to how much I want to play the game. Okay, so the second point on this list would have to be having bigger vehicles on the map alongside the player. An example of this, Halo 3 on the map Sandbox had a drivable elephant on the map, so you could get it and just drive about with some of your friends, one on the turret, one chilling in the back with a chopper, and just have fun that way. But for whatever reason, we never actually saw this in any other game or any other map ever since that one moment. And I know it was cool, I know it's a fun little thing that's in that one map, but I would love to see more of this going forward. Now whether we get more elephants or maybe a mammoth or any other vehicle you can think of going forward, I would love to see more large vehicles in the battlefield along with us. To me, the elephant always felt like a bit of an objective. It felt like something I should try and capture with my friends and then drive it around the map. It was always so much fun, almost having like our own little pirate ship in a game of CTF. For example, the other day I was playing CTF with my friends and both teams were driving their elephant around the map. We ended up being right next to each other and we were jumping from elephant to elephant with the flags, trying to capture the flags against each other, and it felt like we were pirates or something invading each other's vehicles. It was really, really awesome, but unfortunately I've never got to experience that any other time besides that one map on Halo 3. So if the maps were made a little bit larger going forward, maybe we could have bigger vehicles to go along with that. For example, if we had a Pelican of some kind put onto a map, even just one map, I would be completely happy with that, okay? That would be incredible. Getting you and your friends into a Pelican and flying it about the map and getting lasered at and rocketed and trying to be taken down would be just amazing. That would literally be my Halo dream come true. That would be so sick. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of having bigger vehicles on the map with you. Do you hate it? Do you like the idea of this? Would you want a Scarab to be along with you on the battlefield, or would that be a little bit too much? I don't know. I just feel like there's a really big opportunity for something like this here. Okay, so number 3 on the list is probably the most questionable one. I'll be honest, it's probably the one that might have the most issues tied along with it, but at the same time, it would be pretty damn cool if pulled off well. So during my stream the other day, I asked my viewers if there was one thing that you could have added to Halo Infinite BTB, what would it be? And so many people said they would love to have more players in the game alongside you. So with Halo 5, we saw a slight example of more players in a game with Warzone. We got 12v12, which actually wasn't that bad. It kind of worked pretty damn well because the maps were made quite well for it. But with BTB, I feel like if we had 16 versus 16 players, it would be chaos, but it would also kind of reimagine something that I've wanted since I played Halo Reach all those years ago. Now you're probably wondering, why are you mentioning Halo Reach? It actually has my favorite cutscene of all time, which I'll play right now, so you can also have an idea of what I'm talking about here. So I'll let that play and then come back to you.
Landing zone for additional Covenant forces, the origin of which is yet to be determined.
That landing zone has been tagged by UNSC Command as a priority 1 target. That charge link is loud and clear.
Copy that. Acquiring signal lock on the pylon. Detonating in 3, 2.
Ever since I saw this cutscene, all I could ever think about was, imagine if your team, 16 people or maybe even more, I'm not sure, but we'll say 16 for this video's sake. Imagine all of you rushing towards the enemy team and they had their vehicles, they had Warthogs and Pelicans and Hornets and all that stuff charging at each other in an actual massive battle online in Halo. To me, that would be amazing. That is my idea of like the perfect Halo multiplayer. Halo is a very unique game and very special because it has so many different ways it could be played and so many different ideas that could work really well for it. As much as some of you might not want it, Battle Royale would work very well with Halo. This is not a Battle Royale discussion video, but that idea could certainly work with Halo for sure. So having these bigger battles in Halo, I think could for sure work as well. I think it would be amazing. I'm actually a massive Battlefield fan, so going from Battlefield and having these massive games to Halo, I can definitely see the comparisons, I can see the similarities of why it would work super well. So one little bonus thing that I want to mention, this is something that if it happens, it would be awesome. If it didn't happen, I wouldn't be too upset about it, but the idea of it would be super cool. Now going back to Battlefield, it has one of my favorite online features out of any game of all time, namely Battlefield 4. This game had some of the coolest features that I think I've ever seen, and these were dynamic map elements. So if you don't know what this means, basically halfway through the game or through the game, something could happen or you could trigger something that would completely change the map in some way. My favorite example of this is the map Siege of Shanghai. On this map, there's a massive skyscraper that at any moment the enemy team or any team could shoot down the structures at the bottom of this and take the entire skyscraper down in the middle of the map. This would completely change how the map is played and take down the biggest building in the entire map, and it would be the coolest thing ever to watch. It was like watching a movie play out in front of you. Now if we had dynamic map things happening in Halo, that would be so sick. That will be insane. A slight idea that I had, I don't know how well this could actually be pulled off, but for example, say in the middle of a map, this Covenant battleship or battle cruiser or whatever you want to say comes down out of nowhere, out of space, and fires down onto the planet and glasses the planet that you're fighting on around you. I don't know how it would segue from you all not being glassed and killed to then carrying on the game, but if you could then carry on the game and everyone is fighting in this glassed planet where it was very nice before, and then afterwards it was a bit of a wasteland, a bit like Halo Reach for example. I feel like being able to change the map in the middle of a game would be really cool, but this idea is just something I thought of just now. Maybe some of you guys have better ideas that you can think of, but I think with Halo Infinite, big team battle has so much room to be absolutely amazing. So if you have any cool ideas that I didn't mention in this list, make sure you drop a comment down below because I'd love to read all of your suggestions, because I want BTB to be as fun as it possibly can. But sorry about the lack of webcam in this video. It's just after I recorded for half an hour straight to then have my recording mess up, I just couldn't do it again, okay? So I'm going for the structure in this video. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below, drop a comment about anything that I mentioned. If you're brand new, make sure you hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Love you all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!